evening, friends. Wow, that was a chorus and a half. Must all have been having an earworm this week. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists. This fine, fettered, oh hello, God's already calling. This fine, fettered Thursday night. Thank you all for coming. It's a pleasure to see you all here. Some familiar faces, some regular faces, and returning faces, which is wonderful. Thank you all so very, very much. And of course, no Thursday evening would be the same without a medium to prove life eternal. And this week, we have great pleasure, of course, in welcoming one of our own, a very good friend. Give a big Littleport welcome to Sandra Shelley! Oh, listen to that. Hey, even I don't get that. Well, friends, thank you all for coming, of course, and welcome to this evening of spiritual upliftment, philosophy, healing, love, laughter, and reuniting with the world of spirit. It is always a great pleasure to join with you all, and especially faces that you've been very worried about. So, Pete, welcome home. Pete's back! Now, one of the things about being a medium is that you find out things that you're not supposed to know. One of the things about being a medium is that every so often, information will find its way to you that is supposed to be kept very, very secret. Doesn't always come through the Great Spirit. Sometimes it comes through the living Spirit. And you know me, I'm always very much about celebration. And so therefore, somebody's got a birthday tomorrow. Yes, he has. So the name that you need to mention in the song, we all know the words apart from one, is Tony. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Woo! And of course, because of that, next week I will be conducting the service from the world of spirit. I'm kidding, he won't be that angry with me yet. I'm sure it'll come. I'm sure it'll come. But thank you all so very much for joining in with that. And of course, one thing that we do need to join in with to start this service is our opening prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends and to unite under your banner of love, of hope, and of friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. As we place this service in your care and keeping, we make the statement as ever that everything we do is in love, truth, and light. Amen. Well, friends, one of the first things that we do in this way of life is learn about the philosophy of spirit, and that is why at the beginning of the service we do some, lo and behold, philosophy. And there's a lot of talk in this way of life at the moment about how to progress forward, how to grow it all forward and develop this way of life, about making sure that we stay current without losing who we are. And some people believe that we should go a completely non-religious way and just be open to the world as to the way it is. And some people think that no, we should go all the way back to the beginning. But of course, the truth is always much simpler. They say that a coin has two sides, but it doesn't. It has the edge that runs around and unites both sides. The wonderful thing about spiritualism is that it does act as the edge of the coin. It can unite the two different sides of opinion. But for me, the most important thing is to remember that what brought us into this way of life is curiosity, questions, and just an itty bitty bit of magic. The mystery of the universe. That is why every religion on this earth exists. An attempt to understand the magic of life. And that magic is what brings us together as spiritualists, and what has brought people together for thousands of years. From here, in spiritualism, in the relatively recent years, back to 700 CE, when Islam was formed, back to around about 30 CE, when Christianity and Gnosticism began to grow, going back again further, all the way back to around about 1600 to 1700 BCE, when Judaism was formed. Go back even further to the time of the Canaanites. And now you know where the reference to Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is going to come in. When the Canaanites, the brothers that formed the tribes of Israel, the only time in my life before I became a minister to be able to remember their names was literally Jacob and Sons, the song from the musical. But I've grown beyond that now. But of course, if you go back even further to that, where the Canaanite faith came from, the Sumerian religion, which was around about 4,000 to 5,000 BCE, and all of the other religions that exist. You can follow the path, you can follow the history, but there was always one simple question at the start of it. Why am I here? And it's the question that we all ask ourselves. And it is the question that starts every way of life, every philosophy, every religion. Whether you believe that the Great Spirit is a ball of energy, whether you believe that the Great Spirit was the sun, whether you believe that the Great Spirit is a bloke sitting on a cloud on a throne, whether you believe that the Great Spirit's got 4 arms and a trident, whether you believe that the Great Spirit is a box of tissues, it's irrelevant. Because we know as spiritualists, the Great Spirit is in everything. Me, you, this hall, the chairs, this box of tissues. And the story, the meaning, and the first question is within every telling of the Great Spirit. Because that first question is, who am I? Why am I here? That is the mystery that keeps us going. It drives us to stand up and be counted. It drives us to fight for what we believe. It drives us to investigate and search and seek wondrous ways of thinking and being. It drives us to give healing. It drives us to bang drums and blow flutes. It drives us to research, to praise, to love, to seek. It is the force that drives us, and within it is that magic, the magic of life. So it doesn't matter what you call the Great Spirit, certainly not within this congregation, because we know that all of those images are the same thing, the spark of life. But what I do know is that we humans like a bit of mystery. We like a little bit of inquisitiveness. We like a little bit of searching. That's what drives us forward, and that's what created this physical world in the first place. Because the first question that we ask, what's God? Why am I here? Isn't an original question. It's the question of the Great Spirit. And everything we do in our lives is helping the Great Spirit understand itself. So forget about names, forget about borders, forget about boundaries, forget about principles and rules and policies and procedures. Follow the journey of your heart. Because if your heart says follow this path, that's the path you follow. I have said it 1,001 times. My job as a minister is not to tell you what God is. It's to be here to help you understand that relationship yourself, if you wish to do so. And sooner or later, that entity is going to come knocking on your door, and you won't need me to tell you what that sound is. And for many of you, you already have had that experience, maybe several times, in different forms and guises and ways of life. But each time there is a knock from upstairs, I know that we answer. Because that is why religions have existed for thousands of years. That is why the same religions have continued for thousands of years. Because it's understanding that there is mystery and magic in the world. And that in spite of all of the difficulty, we embrace the magic of life. And that is why we are here. Hello. Also, we are here because the door opens. But it doesn't require bricks and mortar. It requires us to be part of that journey, to walk together, to explore, to engage, and to talk to each other and understand what that conversation is about. It requires commitment. It requires patience. But it also requires that we accept that in order for there to be utopia, we have to sacrifice being know-it-alls and realize that we don't have all the answers. But together, walking along the path, hand in hand, each one of us has a piece of the puzzle. So remember, my friends, that the magic of life is the direction, and we are all on that journey. So enjoy it and embrace it. And remember that together we are better than if we are alone. Because we all have a piece of the puzzle. We all have a fragment of the divine within us and around us. So ask questions. Challenge everything. And in the words of a young man who used to like to write letters, question the spirits, not just each other. So thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. And speaking of the written word, and speaking of magic actually, we usually have to do our magic spell to summon up the spirit of Reverend Alan onto the big screen behind us. Again, we are blessed with his physical presence. And so now we will just say, rather than Reverend Alan, are you there? Because we know he is. I shall just hand this over and say, Reverend Alan, can we have your reading, please, good sir? Ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Alan.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody online. Them that will watch later as well. Good evening. Tonight's reading is by Patricia A. Fleming, and it is called The True Meaning of Life. The years have passed by in the blink of an eye. Moments of sadness and joy have flown by. People I loved have come and gone, but the world never stopped. We all carried on. Life wasn't easy and the struggles were there, filled with the times that it mattered, times I just didn't care. I stood on my own and I still found my way through some of the nights filled with tears and the dawn of new days. And now with old age, it became very clear things I once found important were not why I was here. And how many things that I managed to buy were never what made me feel better inside. And the worries and fears that plagued me each day, in the end of it all, would just fade away. But how much I reached out to others when needed would be the true measure of how I succeeded. And how much I shared of my soul and my heart would ultimately be what set me apart. And what's really important is my opinion of me and whether or not I am the best I can be. How much more kindness and love I can show before the Lord tells me it's my time to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will just follow him back across the hall because he's not used to sharing. Thank you. Wow. For those that have never been before or haven't been in a while or are watching for the first time, although I know that Edwina, Trace and Shelley and Gail have all watched before. So I can do that now. Thank you, Tony. Alan and I do not confabulate, combobulate or communicate on what his reading and my address is going to be. In fact, I don't even have a clue what I'm going to say until I open my gob. Which is usually what everyone experiences because they never know what I'm going to say until I open my gob either. But no, to see the way Spirit can tie everything up in a bow is always brilliant. So thank you for that, Alan, and your guides and helpers. Wonderful. Amazing. So, one of the things that we can do to help each other, of course, is by giving healing. One of the other things that we can do to help each other is for Nick to shut up for another 10 minutes. And that's where I get to hand over to our healing leader, Tony, who is going to come forward and lead us in healing. All those that wish to provide healing, get yourselves ready. And all those that want healing, get yourselves ready. And Tony will tell you what needs to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, our healing leader, Mr. Tony.
Well, thank you. For those of you who would like some healing, just raise your hand, stay sitting where you are. For those of you who would like to give some healing, please turn around, find somebody with their hand in the air and go to work. Not quite, but get there. We're nearly there. Yes, we're fine. Oh, one right back, out of the way, coming up. Samantha? Oh, no, too late. There now? Yeah? Right. Good. Just a few brief words. Healers, get yourselves sorted. Get yourselves in the right vein. And commence if you must. All I need to say is where communities are formed, communities grow. Where love resides, love grows. And where the need for healing exists, the gift of healing also grows. Central to all ways of life is the need and practice of healing, and it transcends regional and practical ways and walks of life. We join here today to send out our thoughts and ask for healing for those present, those who will hear these words, and those who need it. Please commence. yourselves, come back.
And if nothing else, it gets the blood pumping and people talking. Well, thank you all healers. Well done. Good work. Good work. And thank you, of course, to Tony. And so now, the moment we've all been waiting for, of course. And no, it's not where I come up with some line about Barry this week, because I'm giving him the week off. For now. For now. Notices, and then we will be asking our medium for her demonstration of mediumship. Notices, of course, in that next week our medium is back. He's my little teddy bear. He's Carlos Galeana. It's been a while. Carlos will be back with us as demonstrating medium next week, so very much looking forward to that. And yes, that's it for notices. Bit of a short one this week because we just had the week of the drum circle where the rain decided to mess up a few plots and plans, but a few bits and pieces were done nonetheless, which was wonderful. So, friends, it's time. Should our medium come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know. Don't feed the medium, she'll bite your hand off. If the table and the chairs start to float and slide across the floor and the curtains start twitching, I'll be the first one out. You can follow me out the front door. Because, I'm going to say, please avoid it this time, you know. It upsets the natives. And I'm supposed to be getting, you know, back on the committee of the village hall next week. They'll probably find it a bit difficult. So, friends, please give a wonderful, raucous, uplifting Littleport welcome to our medium for this evening, Sandra Shelley.
I'll try not to rustle it. There you go, great, thank you very much. Hello everyone, it's great to be back. As you know, I come home when I come here. I work on vibration for those that haven't seen me work before. I need yeses and nos, and talk to me. You're more than welcome. As I say, I don't bite, just don't feed me. Okay, I've got to come straight to you. As I've been sat there, I've got this vibration around me. Is it all right to work with you, please? Okay, thank you. I've got this vibration around me. It's very energetic, very, very... I can't wait to talk to him. Okay, let's see who we got. Thank you. I have a lady who's coming forward for you, and she was very active in her life when she was here. You can say no. I just keep going on until I get it. She wants you to know that she's been around you an awful lot. You feel her. You know she's there because you have got that energy within you as well. Okay? She draws close to you today. Yeah, go on. She wants you to sit on her knee like you used to when you were little. So I'm feeling a very, very motherly vibrational link here with you. Okay. I keep saying and you know I get told off about that, so I've got to stop it. I'll try. Okay. She's so vibrational and energetic that she's making me just want to run around the room. And she's saying to me that she wants you to do the same thing. She feels as if you've not been yourself of late, and you need to get that power back within yourself. Can you take that, please? Thank you. She wants you to know that you have always and will forever be loved, and you've got to stop doubting yourself, because it's that little bit of doubt. You're a very strong person within yourself, but it's those little bits of doubt that seem to creep in when you really don't want them. She's saying, shut them off, put the blind down, get rid of them. You don't need them. All right? Easier said than done. I know. She's also asking you to take more care of your feet. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Take more care of your feet, because at the moment you've got an ache, especially down your right leg. You've got this ache that keeps coming in, and that is because you're not eating the right things. She's going off on tangents all over the place, and she's saying, you'll understand what I mean when you put it all back together again. Okay. She's talking about jigsaw puzzles, but she's not talking about the ones that you sit down and do. She's talking about your puzzles, the puzzles that have been in your life, the puzzles, and they feel like jigsaw puzzles. Okay, slow down. Come on. Okay, at the moment, you are working on that. You're working on that. And quite frankly, they all sum out to the same one thing. So stop worrying about 3 and 4. Go back to number 1. Get number 5. They marry up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you'll get the whole picture, and you will be able to move forward. Because at the moment, you are the one that's stopping yourself. All right? Stop blaming others. You are the one that's got to put your foot down. Okay? She's quite a stern lady. Very stern lady. She's telling you off. Really telling you off. She wants you to... She wants me to come up to you and go, will you pack it in? You know better. Okay. Okay, they're not ducks this week, they're hens. Stop chasing the hens. I don't know what that means. She's just saying to me, stop chasing the hens. Now that could be a symbol. She's not actually saying, but she's headless chicken. Stop running around like a headless chicken. Stick it back on. I can't do that. That's not fair. No. She wants me to go clap, 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 clap. Right. She wants to chase you around the room. She's talking about childhood times with you when the only way she could get you laughing was by tickling you and playing silly games. You don't entertain that now, but you should, because the smile needs to come back. Okay, you're not smiling enough for her. Okay. Yeah, I want to go back about 3 or 4 days, and there was a moment where something flashed in your head, like a quick memory, and you just started giggling for no reason at all. Okay, she's saying that memory came from her to you because you needed to be uplifted at that particular time. Okay. Sunshine, stop messing around. Let's get on with our life. I love you dearly, and I'm going to leave it with that. Thank you for working with me. Thank you. Oh, that was different. Wonderful. Oh, you're all so serious. Although I can see smiles, it's really nice. It's really nice. I've got to come over this way. I am, aren't I? Sorry, Barry. You want one of those remote ones, don't you, that follow? Yeah. You're my remote. Yes, I am coming to you. When I work with Spirit, I forget your names. I know you, but I don't know you that well. Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, I want to come to you. I've got this gentleman that's coming here. Oh, he's making me feel really, really hot. Really, really hot, this gentleman. Okay. He's making a joke out of it, and he's saying, yeah, I'm not a bit of hot stuff. I never was, but, I managed to get the girls when I wanted to. But don't tell her that. No, don't tell her that. She's not allowed to know that. Okay. I want to place him as father. And Father says that, yeah, she's my little girl. She wouldn't want to know what I used to get up to. And he's winking. I can't wink, but he's winking. Okay. Can you take that away, please? As you're making me really, really hot. Yep, okay. He's telling me that the reason why he's bringing the heat in is because he wants me to shove it to you because you feel the cold too much. When you get cold, everything, your fingers, your toes, everything gets really, really cold. And you've been having a lot of that just lately, where you've been getting cold, especially your feet. And he's saying, stop putting the layers on. You only need the one layer that will keep your feet warm, all right, even though you don't think it will, but it does. Okay. He's talking about rubbing onions on the bottom of your feet. Okay. Now, I know when you go on to things like Google and that they've got this thing that if you put an onion in a sock, it brings out all the toxins from your body and it draws it all out, that sort of thing. And he's laughing when he says it. And he's saying, maybe you ought to try rubbing an onion on the end of your feet. And he was a bit of a joker. But he's saying, you never know, my girl, it might work. Just give it a go. Because you try anything. If it's going to work, it'll work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least you keep trying. Yeah. And with that, he's saying, and I'm glad to see that you're actually trying to get yourself together now. Yeah. And that's not just spiritually. That's with everything. Yeah. He can't wait for the day when you will sit there and talk with him and know that you are talking with him. Indeed. And family. Yes. And he's going, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. You know you can do it. Okay. I'm going to embarrass him now. You've got a good one here. All right? And he's saying, you are learning more than you think you are, because it's here, it is going in here, but you haven't quite connected the spirit and the head. Okay, you need to follow more in quiet moments, more meditations, more time for yourself in order for you to be able to connect. Okay. Yeah. Healing is very, very important to you. It is. I saw you healing earlier on, but Dad is actually saying that it's absolutely wonderful. When you're standing there, he sees the glow and he knows how special you are. Okay. Don't disbelieve yourself. You know, and you are going to go far. And that's also where he's giving me the heat as well, because you feel that heat. I do. There are occasions when that heat is more, and there are times when that heat isn't as hot on certain people. Yep. He's saying those days where you feel the heat more is because you are helping that person heal. He is standing beside you with his hands on you, healing you. So whenever you feel that really big glow, you know he's healing you at the same time. Okay. He wants you to walk with pride, because it's not an easy thing for you to do. True. And he loves you dearly. Loves you dearly. Your grandmother's been playing up again, hasn't she? Your grandmother. His mum. Things moving in the house. Noises. Knowing that there's an energy there, but when you turn around, she's gone. Yeah. She's messing with you. Just tell her to pack it in, he says. I've tried telling her, but you know mothers, they don't listen to their sons. But you tell her, she'll listen to you. All right? She's just having a bit of fun with you to make you smile. Okay. World's too busy these days. Nobody smiles anymore. True. And keep eating the apples. Okay. Lots of love to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. doing? Good, good, good. Okay. I normally work with light bulbs. I look at you and I get like, oh, you've done it. I'll come to you in a minute. I normally get light bulbs above your heads, but I've had a big shift. And I don't know how many of you have felt it just recently with the spring equinox. But I've had a big shift, and all of a sudden, they're not just giving me light bulbs, they're giving me like a whole glow around the person. Can I come and work with you, please? Okay. Now, I know this is going to sound strange, all right, but I'm standing here, people can see me working and everything, and they think I'm talking to nobody. So could you shout when you say yes or anything like that? Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared of me. Okay, I want to... I've got a shy lady here. She's really, really shy. She's little and she's shy. But she had a huge personality. When you got to know her, she shone like a star. Grandma. If she didn't like somebody, you knew it. But there wasn't many people she didn't like. She didn't like politicians. If I could have been one of those wonderful women of the suffragettes and all of that, I'd have been there. I'd have stuck up for them. And I used to when I was behind closed doors. But she said, he, being Grandad, he wouldn't let me. So I had to be the meek, feeble woman in the background. But that's okay, because I got my bone back, didn't I? I used to get my own back. I always got what I wanted. And you do. She's saying, you're very, very much like me. Should I be saying this? You're the one, yeah, shall I be careful? Okay. How gently can I put it? She's going, go for it. Okay. When you want something, you like to discuss it. Get your point of view over and tell what it is that you're looking for, like a politician, like somebody who's a leader. But when somebody won't allow you, you suggest. And 9 times out of 10, it does work, doesn't it? She's saying it makes her laugh. Watching the way you hold yourself in life makes her smile every time you come up with a confrontation or you come up with an idea, and the way you work around it and the way you go on with your life, because it reminds her so much of what she used to have to do. And she's just amazed that it still goes on in this day and age. She wants you to know that, yeah, you are wrong occasionally, but us women, we're usually right, aren't we? And she is laughing and she is joking about this. But in seriousness, she's saying, don't put yourself down. If you feel that something is right, then stick with it. Okay? She wants to say that the problem that's with you at the moment, one particular problem that's with you at the moment, you're on the right track. You just need to diversify just a bit before you get your answer. All right? But it's up to you to find that diversity, because I'm not going to tell you, she says. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Okay. I'm being shown apple orchards and pear orchards with you. Thank you. Spring is here. Wonderful season. Everything's going to start growing again. Time to get out there planting. Okay? She's saying that you love your garden, but you're not always able to get out into it and do things. Instead of doing like a plot of land and that, get some buckets, get a dustbin and put a load of soil in and plant in there instead and put holes in the sides. You know, what we used to... I'm going to sound silly. What we used to do in the war. she's being funny with it. But what used to happen, they are the sort of things that need to come back in this world now because of the lack of resources and everything. Although she says, I don't like politics, but I know what I'm talking about. But she's saying to you, try doing that. Try hanging up these silly carrier bags and putting soil in them and just planting a couple of strawberries and that in there. You know, you'll be surprised where you can grow things nowadays and it'll make your garden look pretty. Right? She wants me to give you daffodils. Okay? A love of daffodils at this time of year she used to have. And she didn't just go for the plain yellow ones. She loved all the different colours. She's been making her way around the county. She loved her travel. If she could have done, she would have travelled the world. But it was of that age where she couldn't. But now she says, I can go anywhere I like. And at the moment, she is absolutely loving the daffodil fields. I don't know if any of you have seen them, but out towards Lincolnshire way, that way, Spalding and that way, they've actually got fields of daffodils growing. It's beautiful. And she says she goes up there quite often. And if she could, she would pick bunches and bunches for you to decorate the house because the sunshine's needed in the house, all right? Okay. Love, 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 love. God, this room is so full of love today, isn't it? It's wonderful. Lots and lots of love. Oh, and the tickling? Yeah, that's her. All right, just letting you know, I'm here. Don't forget, I'm here. Talk to me. I'm here. Okay. And I'll just want to leave that with you. Is that okay? Thanks very much. Thanks for working with me. Oh. I've seen daffodils everywhere this week. They are just so beautiful this year. Sorry. I've got to come to you because he won't let me. Not. Let's see. Okay. But I don't have Dad with me. He's over there. Yeah. He's sitting beside you. Dad's sitting beside you, holding your hand every now and again, just touching your hand. And he's saying, but I've talked to you enough just recently. We've got somebody else for the boy. All right, so, all right. Brother, image of you, almost. He's a little bit taller, though. Yes. A little bit taller. Yeah. But then again, he would be when he's standing on his toes and he's doing this. He's a little monster, wasn't he? He's a little monkey. Okay. He just wants me to say to you at the moment why. Okay. We all have doubts in our life. But the doubts that you're having at the moment are for the wrong reasons. Yes. Please, please, please stand on your head and look at them from a different angle. Okay? He's also saying that you need to do that more often. Not that. There's no point parting the waves. There's no point pushing it aside. Don't say, no, I'm not going to do it, and then suddenly say, well, all right, then I'll bring it back in again. When you make a decision, you make a decision. Stop sitting around. All right? He wants me to give you a coconut.
Yes, thank you.
He's actually got a coconut in his hand and he's going like this, as if he's trying to take the top off, and he keeps missing every time.
Yeah.
All right? And I can hear somebody shouting out, "You're going to take your hand off, you stupid boy."
Yeah.
And you showed him how to do it properly. Screwdriver and hammer I'm getting.
That's the sort of thing that I would do.
Oh, if you could only see this. It was quite funny. It reminds me of my father. My father used to do that. Okay. Oh, he's saying, get a coconut and have another go. Because you've forgotten the sweetness that's inside. And that is not only practical, but that is symbolic as well. Okay? Remember the sweetness inside. A couple of vodkas, a couple of Malibus at the same time. But remember the sweetness inside. Okay. And as you draw the sweetness back into you, and as you feel you're actually getting somewhere, all of a sudden the fireworks will go off. And the light bulb will light up. And you will begin to know. Yeah. You will begin to know. All right? So stop messing around. Otherwise I'm going to come along and I'm going to... He wants to say to Mum, "Droopy drawers." He's making a joke out of it with your little eyes. And he's saying, it's going to be fine. Stop worrying about it. The facelift is going to make you look 10 times younger. People are going to look at you, Mum, and they're going to say, "You're how old?" And it'll be, "Well, yeah, don't I look good for it?" And he's saying, that is what you need to do, please, Mum. You're going to have a big makeover when it's done. You're going to have the powder on, you're going to have your hair done, because somebody's going to do it for you, going to make it for you, all happen, and you're going to have a photo shoot. And that's what you need to do, to remind yourself of what a beautiful mother you are, a beautiful mother that you were, and a beautiful mum and wife that you will always be. And with that, he just wants to say, "I love you, Mum." Okay? Okay, thank you. And he skipped off. He comes in, he goes out, doesn't he? Skips in, skips out, he's lovely. Am I going too quick? All right then, I just looked at the time. Ooh.
I'll let you know when you've got something.
They're making me work. I love these teddies. They're so cute. Ah, can I cuddle one? Is that right? Yes. Oh, it reminds me of my little Labrador that I used to have. Okay. Ooh. Yes, Samantha, I need to come to you, darling. I'm going to step back here so I can talk to you and they can see me on the camera. I know these little toys are special, not just to you, but to Hannah as well. Okay, and as I've picked him up, he's giving me a lot of comfort. It's a bit like me carrying my panda or my Pooh Bear bag everywhere at my age, I mean, please. But it gives me comfort. And I feel that this is what you need at the moment. I feel that you're in need of a little bit of support. Not Not necessarily here. We all need support anyway, but a lot more support spiritually. I feel, I am feeling, I'm not, okay, I'm being given, yeah, you're coming closer, you can talk to me. Okay, I'll get you in a minute. I'm getting the feeling off of you at the moment that you're a little bit low within yourself and you could do with a holiday. Okay, you could do with a break. Okay. And as I say that, I've got a lady who's come forward and she's jumping up and down and saying, yeah, but she's going on holiday. Yeah. She's going, don't just believe it. You're going on holiday. You're going. All right. Yeah, I will. Oh, he's lovely. Oh, nice and soft, Hannah. Yeah, she says, you're going on holiday because we're going to make sure you have a holiday because you deserve it. You need one. Okay, who are you, my lovely? Okay. She's making me feel quite breathless. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. I want to place her as a sister. And I want to place her as a sister that didn't touch the earth ground, but was before you. Okay, thank you. She's one that she's not someone who stands with you all the time, but you are aware of this energy that's around you. And she wants to say that I am now one of those that are coming in to help you in your spiritual life. I was your sister that didn't touch the earth ground, but I chose to be with you. I have watched you grow. She's watched you grow, and she now feels that it's time for her to come in. You have been dreaming of her. You have been feeling her. Okay. She's saying that don't be afraid to talk with me. And we will get to know each other really, really well. And it'll be like she never went away. Okay. She wants you to know that Easter is going to be a nice period of time for you because it's almost as if everything's just going to suddenly go ping. That makes sense now with your spiritualism. Okay. Where your physical life here on the earth plane is, she's saying, work with what you've got because you're a fantastic person, a wonderful mother. You do know what you're doing. And stop doubting yourself. Okay? The strength that you require will come, and it does come. It's just that you're not opening up yourself to it. I feel that there is going to be a financial gain for you. Oh, no, I don't know where this is coming from. Okay, come on, bring it in. There's going to be a financial gain for you, so you can go on holiday. So watch out for it. It's not going to be a mega holiday abroad and sunshine and all the rest of it. No, it's just going to be a really nice couple of days where you'll be able to take Hannah and the family just down to the beach for the day or something like that. But it'll be a break. Okay? It'll be a break for you. They want you to know that you are loved beyond what you feel. Stop putting yourself down. Okay? You're a wonderful lady. And you're just going to grow. But watch out for her. She's always with you. Okay. Strawberries. She wants me to pass strawberries on to you. Strawberries? This time of year? Oh, I'd be surprised where we get them from up here, she says. Yeah, all right. So lots of love. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Okay, cool. Anybody fed up yet? No? Oh, cool. Oh, that's good. Thank you very much. Tony, why have I got the light bulb with you? Lots of green around you, Tony. Can I work with you? Thank you very much. Lots of green around you at the moment. And for me, green is healing. I don't know what colour healing is for you, but for me, it's healing. Also, when I see a lot of green around somebody, I know that Archangel Raphael is around, Archangel of Healing, that he's around giving you a lot of healing and a lot of strength. Okay. Your healing and everything is just absolutely amazing. I know, because I felt it. It is wonderful. But I've got a gentleman that's come forward at the moment, and he's saying you need it yourself as well at the moment, because at times you've been letting yourself drop, and then you've been powering yourself up, but you've been forgetting about powering up the slow bit. It's all right going, yes, I'm all right now. But you've got to remember that slow power up has to come as well. Okay. All right. So the replenishment that you keep giving yourself needs to slow down just a little bit. Okay. As he comes nearer, he's like giving me a nudge, and he wants to give me a pint. And it's can't have a pint with me. Everybody drinks with me. Have a pint with me. And I don't drink pints. Give me a short. I don't drink pints. No, I don't like shorts. No, they make me go all silly. He says, no, I'll have a pint. So he wants a pint with you. Okay. You're old enough now, he says. And he's laughing. Okay. He wants you to know that he's very, very close to you a lot of the time. And you know it. But there are times when you want him to be around. And he says, when you want me, those are the times that you need to think for yourself. Those are the times when I'm not with you. I want to place him as Father. Thank you. Can you take that? Thank you very much. And he's saying, you've got to stop relying on other people's opinions of things and make your own decision. That's not to say that you don't make your own decisions in life and things like that, but he's saying we all need advice. He knows that. We all need to take bits from people and things like that, but he's saying at the moment you're listening to too many. You're listening to too much, and you're getting yourself all kerfuffled. God, that's an old word, isn't it? Kerfuffled. You're getting all kerfuffled over it. So he's saying, let's go down the pub. We'll have a pint, and then you can think about it in more depth when you're not being bombarded left, right, centre. Because a lot of it is what other people want for you. And they're not thinking about what you need. And there's a difference, want and need. They're not thinking about what you need at this point of time. They're just going, well, he wants this and he wants that. But they're not thinking of you. They're thinking of how they will benefit out of it. All right? He wants you to know that the mud on the shoes was a mistake, but you managed to clean them up properly, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And no, it doesn't matter how many times you apologise for it. She won't understand. You did it on purpose. All right? And he's laughing. He's just finding that really funny. Because that's the sort of things he would have done with his wellies. Firm, strong, but fair. Bring a bit more of that fairness in for you. Okay? Because you've got to remember, without you in the picture, everybody else would fall apart. Where would they be without you? We all say that now. Where would you be without me? Yeah. I have grandchildren around you on the earth plane? No. Not that you know of. That's interesting. I'm glad you put it that way, because he's saying He's saying there are two little boys that you're not aware of at the moment that you're going to become aware. Oh, this is interesting. A bit of a skeleton, isn't it? These two little boys are distant relatives, and I want to put them as little boys. They are distant relatives, and the parents are like second cousins to you. Somehow, you're gonna these. They've been doing family trees, and they're related to your father down the line. And he's saying during the summer months, you're going to be contacted by someone who says, I found your number in the phone book. I believe we're related. Watch out for this family with two little boys. All right? I want to say grandchildren, but I've got grandchildren, so I'm relating them to me. Grandchildren. Okay. Exciting times in the summer coming up for you. Interesting times. Healing is going to become, for you, teaching is going to become important to you with healing. Okay? A bigger circle. And it's going to be attached here. Okay? Bigger things are coming. As if you don't work hard enough, eh? As if you don't. Yep. I also want to place you with our other healing person. Okay? It's... okay. All I'm going to say is collaborate. Collaborate. It'll be wonderful. Big things to come. Dad wants to say, shall we make it tomorrow night for the pint? He'll see you there, and he loves you. Okay. Thank you for working. To which, Alan, I'm going to come to you because I've got a bounce off from a lady that's coming in for you. Not a relative. I want to say at the moment that she is a guide. At the moment, not at the moment. She's coming in. She's coming closer. Whew, the energy she's given me is amazing. Higher realms. I also want to say that she is with you for your healing, and she's bringing in a new energy for you. Okay. Oh, bless you. Behind her, I want to say little lady, but, compared to your guide, she is little at the moment. She's peeping around like this, going, I know he's there, but I've got to let her speak first. She's lovely. I want to say Mum is behind her. Okay. But she will wait her turn. She's very... she's lovely. Right, okay. Who are you? Coming through? Okay. Your healing lady is bringing in a higher entity for you, and she wants you to know that things are going to, again, like Tony, they're going to get bigger and it's going to progress. There is going to be a collaboration, and not just with here, but with other places as well. But it will be a collaboration within your spectrums. Okay, a big festival. She's saying, look for the big festival at the right time, and you will be surprised at how you feel. Your life is changing. It's changing so much, and it's changing for the good. Let it happen. Don't be afraid. And you've got a little niggle, and she's just wants to penetrate and say, you're amazing, let's get on with it. Okay. With that, she's making me breath because she's quite a high energy, so I'm going to let her step back and she'll actually come and sit with you. Okay. But at the moment, I'm going to bring Mum. Mum, what do you want? What do you want? If I get too personal, please just put your hand up and we'll... Right. Mum is actually saying guilt is only for the guilty. Stop it. Be available, but don't overstep the point. Do what you feel is best. Now, she's giving it to me like this because she doesn't want to... That's all right? Okay. Now she's going to say, right, it's about time you did something about your bedroom. It's looking dull. It's looking miserable. It's time to put some flowers in it. It's time to pretty it up. She's saying it's time to... I say move out. It's time to become your own person, and let's get on with life, because I'll be there with you all the way, as I always have been. Okay. 2 feet, stand on them. She's also saying, come back home.
Yeah.
Stop distancing yourself. Come back home. You're needed. Very much needed. Loved more than you realise. At times you doubt yourself. At times you doubt that you're wanted. And she's saying, how can you think that? How can you think that? You know what you are. You know where you've got to go. You know what... Right. She's giving you lots of hugs. And yes, you know full well that when you see her in your dreams and you are talking with her, you can remember what you talk about if you want to, but you know it's gone in. Okay, she's saying, you know it's me. And yes, I did bring the dog with me the other day. Even though he just came boom, 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 and then went boom, 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 boom. She's quite funny. Okay. She's showing me, oh, that's pretty. She's showing me herself in a beautiful blue floral dress.
Yeah.
Favourite. And she's going, I've still got it. I've still got it. Okay. Penny sticks, penny rock. She's showing me sticks of rock, and it's like penny rock you used to get at the seaside. Yeah. She's saying that you were thinking about the penny rock the other day. You were thinking about holidays, and you had memories coming up. Mm-hmm. Penny rocks, and things like that. She's saying you can still do it. You can still go down. She said when you're sweeping, and she's going, yeah, not with the broom, but you know, he knows what I mean. When you're sweeping, the beach is the best place to do it at the moment. She's saying, next time you go, you're going to find something, and it's going to be beautiful, because she's going to place it there for you.
Probably be a prison sentence.
Probably.
Are they?
Oh, no.
All the more reason to move back here.
No, it's all the more reason to go on then.
Yes. Before they put the ban in place.
No, absolutely.
Hello.
I have found at least 12 odd loopholes in their document.
Oh, brilliant.
I am challenging them.
So, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's laughing and saying that, yeah, that's my boy. Always the one who likes a fight, and he knows what he's talking about. Let's move forward. But don't do anything illegal. But she's saying, when you go sweeping next on the beach, you're going to find something, and she will put it there, and you will recognise it for what it is, and it will resonate with you why it's there. Okay, so she just wants you to know she's well around with you. A rebel without a cause. He's wonderful. She also wants to give you the apple pies.
Oh, yeah.
But don't leave them on the side, because other people come in and nick bits, and then when you go back to it, it's gone. Get your piece out first before everybody else gets it, she's saying, because they're just so good. They're just so good. She wants you to remember, in this life, it's not fair, but at the same time, you move forward with your own fairness. And with that, and her apple pies. She sends it. Thank you.
4 minutes if you want it.
4 minutes. 4. Oh, God, it's all your faces are wonderful. I love it. I love it. Okay. You're still smiling away. I just love your smile. Yeah, she's so wonderful. Do you know? No, I don't.
Okay.
They've said they are so wonderful. They're just going to leave you all hanging. Hanging for more.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen. I'll wait till you come round this way and then I can...
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
I forgot the mic.
And, what good timing, because the battery's about to go. There we go. So we are going to be saying goodbye to everyone at home very shortly, because the battery's about to go. Well, look at that, it worked. So there we are. Friends, what a wonderful demonstration of mediumship. I did make a couple of notes, and I've just got to say that I was thinking about Donald Sutherland the other day. You know, and there she is, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandra Shelley. Of course, please do remembering that we are back next week with the lovely Carlos Galeana. Before we send everybody home, though, whilst they can still hear me, this week's Bully Special Prize. Encaustic Art Alahana. Look at that piece. There we are. And let me get a bit closer. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. There we go. So if you want your own copy, go home, forward to around about just before 9 o'clock and click print screen. You got your own copy then, ain't you? But somebody will win the original. And another fine piece it is too. So well done, darling. There. So let us close this evening and join together as we say our closing prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends under your banner of love, of hope, of friendship. As we go out into the world, let us take with us the message of upliftment, love and laughter, and the hope and the knowledge that life is indeed eternal, and that it can be proven through hard work, discipline, but also love and laughter. As we go out into this world also, we are reminded that no matter how difficult life may be, we ask you not to move the mountain. Just give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again in your name. Amen.
Amen.
And so let's say good night to everyone at home. Thank you all for being with us, of course. Everyone who's joined in and come along. Trace and Dawny. Hello, Dawny. I'll see you. I see you've sent me a message. I'll reply to you after the service. And of course, to everyone who's watching now and later on, it's time to say good night. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, good night, and God bless you all. Hit it.